Yeah, she. All right. Okay. Are you here for a friend of the court show cause? What's your name?
Stman.
Say it again.
Stman. That's a Stman.
Thank you. All right. Good morning, Miss Underwood.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the people that are here in person, Miss Underwood, real quick. Do you have a list of people you're representing today, Miss Underwood?
Tanya Nash, Jarrett Harding, Aaron Court, and Henagan are on my list. And I believe we have a pickup, or maybe.
Yeah, we do. All right, so I have Henagan, Jarrett Harding, and Aaron Courts. Is there any other ones?
Aaron Court.
Okay, so let me go to Aaron Courts. So in the matter of Selena Vargas, but let me find out. I got a couple people in my waiting room that I don't know their names. So I have somebody I just let in on an iPhone. Your phone says iPhone 2 Ebony. Could you unmute your device and give me your name, please?
Okay. Hello?
Hi, what is your name, please?
Ebony Robinson.
All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, so I'm going to change your screen name, and then I'm gonna pop you in the waiting room, and when I get ready to call your case, I'll bring you back in, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, I have a gentleman on a Samsung device. I just let you in. Can I have your name, please?
Christopher Arnice.
Try your last name.
Neece.
Oh, niece. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right, Mr. Nice, I am changing your screen name and I will bring you in just a few minutes, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, so let's go back. All right, in the matter of Selena Vargas versus Aaron Court, Mr. Court, you want to come up to the podium? Let me check the waiting room. I do not see Miss Vargas, so pull your paperwork. Let me get this in alphabetical order so it doesn't have it on me today. Hold on one second, Miss Underwood. I gotta put this in alphabetical order so I don't make a mess. All right, so. All right, and this is file number 21-49088DS. I have Rhonda Underwood appearing on behalf of Mr. Court. This is the date and time set for an adjournment. In this matter, Mr. Court is ordered to pay $238 a month. As of today's date, he has an arrearage of $6,412.16. The last payment we received was $200 on September 17th of 24. The last time we were here, I had ordered Mr. Court to obtain employment and begin making payments. And we have not received a payment since September. So Ms. Underwood, you represent Mr. Court. Do you need a moment to speak with him?
I would like a moment to speak with him, Your Honor.
All right. So we have, if you go out the door and you take a left, there's an iPad on a machine, on a stand, and it has directions how to connect to Zoom. Do you know how to do that?
I can figure it out.
Okay, so step out in the hallway, connect to that Zoom. And if there's an issue, come back in, I'll send somebody out, all right? All right, so Ms. Underwood, we will get him connected and I don't know why. All right, right, Paul Wiley, you wanna come on out? Ms. Borders, are you here on a friend of the court case or for your 8:30?
At my 8:30.
All right, it'll be a while. All right, so you are Paul Wiley? All right, this is in the matter of Wilma Leah Wilson versus Paul Dwayne Wiley. So let me look at my waiting room. I do not have her. So I am Ms. Underwood, as soon as I can get him in from the hallway, I will open up a breakout room. For some reason, my external monitor isn't working, so but I can't disconnect right now and fix that. So, so Mr. Wiley, we're here on a show cause for failure to pay. You're ordered to pay $144 a month. You have an arrearage of $3,180.76. The last payment we received in March of 2024 was $61.14. This is a Kentucky case. So we're collecting for the state of Kentucky. You have made 3 payments since this case. As I said, the last one was in March. Sir, now, do you understand it's a crime to fail to pay child support?
Yes, ma'am. It should be.
Do you understand that the maximum penalty on a first contempt could be up to 45 days in jail?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are you currently employed?
No, ma'am.
Why?
I'm in the union. I'm just waiting on work to pick back up.
What union? The laborers union?
Laborers union, 500, local 500.
So I can tell you my husband's in the same union and they can't find people.
I'm sorry, they can't.
They can't find people to work. So, sir, if you're in the union and you haven't been working since March.
I travel. I got back in March. I was in Milwaukee, I think. So I've just been waiting. I've been waiting to get back on, but I've got all my kids, so I'm just struggling to make the payment. I have 4 kids.
Okay,
I have all of them but Willow, and I'm working on trying to get her.
So,
back.
Mr. Wiley, do you understand your child support's very low? I mean, I know I have clients people here who pick up pop-ups
Yes,
and
ma'am.
pay $144.
I've made more than 3 payments, so I don't know why it only shows 3. It came out of my pay stub every week.
Miss Adams, could you help the gentleman in the hallway? He's not connecting, or maybe he's connected to the
Yes, I'll help.
wrong device, or maybe he went to Judge Olsavers. All right, so do you understand that you have a right to have an attorney represent you here today and all subsequent hearings? Can't afford to hire one, we can appoint you one at public expense. Do you understand that? Would you like an attorney appointed to represent you? All right, so Miss Underwood, I'm going to appoint you to Mr. Wiley as soon as you're done talking to a gentleman in the hallway. I'm going to advise him to leave the hallway connected, and then I'll send Mr. Wiley out today. All right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so
And if you could forward me Mr. Wiley's information, I would very much
Yep.
appreciate that.
I will. I'm going to screenshot it to you. All right. So the gentleman in the hallway, I'm going to ask you to unmute your device and start your video. And Rhonda, I am Miss Underwood. I am going to somehow send you a screenshot of Mr. Wiley's paperwork. Do you need anybody else's paperwork right now, Miss Underwood?
Nothing else right now.
All right, so let's see if the whole, okay, so I'm going to open up. So, Mr. Wiley, when you're done talking to Miss Underwood, don't turn off the device because other people are going to use it this morning. So once you're done talking to Miss Underwood, you just come back in the courtroom, all right? Or the gentleman in the hallway.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to open up a breakout room. And then, when she's done talking to him, you can go talk to her as well, all right?
Have a seat back.
You can have a seat back, and when that gentleman, I'm done with him in the hallway, you can go out in the hallway and talk to her, all right?
Thank you.
That was Mr. Court in the hallway, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Wiley, okay. So now, Mr. Wiley, no, that's you, right? And Mr. Wiley. Tessa Stutzman, you want to come up? All right. And I'm looking in the. All right, I don't have Mr. All right, this is in the matter of Denzel James Stutzman versus Hessa Stutzman, file number 2023-50320 DM. So, Ms. Stutzman, we're here today on a show cause for failure to pay child support. You have a monthly charge of $600 a month, and as of today's date, you have an arrearage of $5,129.80. We did receive a payment of $100 on December 3rd of 24. Let's see, in July, you made 7 payments of $1,620. So, Ms. Stutzman, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the fact that once you reach $6,000 or $10,000 in the state of Michigan. Hold on, Miss Underwood, Mr. Wiley's gonna come talk to you while I'm taking care of this case. So he's gonna, if you want to join that breakout room again and talk to Mr. Wiley, I texted you the paperwork.
Okay,
All right, while I take care of this one, and then we'll come back to you.
thank you.
All right. So ma'am, once it reaches the level of $10,000, you can be charged with a felony in the state of Michigan. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Speak up a little bit for me.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Are you currently employed?
Yes, I
Where-
have 2 part-time jobs.
Okay. Are you able to make a payment today?
Today, yes, perhaps. Yes, I could make a payment of $100.
Okay. And your child support level is high and you're working 2 part-time jobs. Have you requested a review of your child support?
Yes.
Okay. And do you,
I would like to state that I was actually paying over what I was required. And I had an issue with the expert pay app where it was taking 2 payments of $200 at the same day, and I wasn't aware of it. So I was trying to keep ahead and pay ahead. At the same time, I lost the job I got. It was a better job. It's in healthcare. I lost it and I was unemployed for a month and a half. So that's when I got a part-time job in retail. And I just recently got a second part-time job in order to pay. Before I got anything in the mail, that's when I set up my expert pay again to pay that $100. And I do want to pay it. Yes, I do need a review in regards to the amount. Also, the agreement of the divorce, the other party did not keep with the agreement. I never received the agreed amount. I only received $4,000. And that is okay. I know that this is something I have to take care of. This is my responsibility, and I agree. Although because I did not have representation and I have difficulty having representation, I have not had my case reviewed.
okay. So a couple things. If you have a divorce judgment and he hasn't complied with it, you need to show cause him, and there's paperwork you can download from michiganlegalhelp.org. We can go to the clerk's office and you show cause him for failure to comply with the judgment. All right. If there's a bunch of money he owes you, how much does he owe you?
$5,000.
Okay, so if he owes you $5,000, you might be able to enter into an agreement with him where he forgives the amount on your arrearage. Okay, if you can communicate with him about that.
That would be very difficult, Your Honor.
Okay, so what I would say is you probably need to show cause him, and then there would be a court hearing. You could offer that option. So you're working 2 part-time jobs
Correct.
and your caseworker is Kelly Cam. Have you given her the information on your part-time jobs?
I have not
Okay,
contacted her.
and when can you make a payment?
I can make a payment today.
Okay, so I want you to make the $100 payment today. I want you to go down to Friends of Court, request a review of child support. And then I need you to give Miss Cam your employer information, okay? And then can you make, and then you're gonna be able to make a payment next week as well?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna set this over to January 6th. But I need you to do those things today, all right? Because we can take income withholding out of your employment, which might help, and
That would be way more easier for me than trying to keep up with the app and.
right, because right now you're ordered to pay $600 a month, and that seems high for what you're currently making. So you can request, I think every 2 years you're entitled to a free review. I don't know if you're entitled to a free one right now, but if you make under a certain amount of money, they waive the filing fee, all right? Okay, so go down to front of the court right now, make that payment, talk to Kelly Cam, who's your caseworker, give her your employment information. Understand until they set up an income withholding, you're still gonna have to make that payment online.
And then is that in the second, on the second floor?
No, front of the court's in the basement, or we like to call it the garden level, but it's in the basement. And the clerk's office is at the end of the hall. You can get paperwork for filing your motion there.
Thank you, Mayor.
All right, thank
Your
you, and
Honor.
I'll see you back January
Sorry for
6th at 8
interrupting.
AM.
Kelly is Miss Cam is in court with Judge Olsaber. Can she just leave that at the front window for when she gets out of court, please?
Yeah, you can just leave the information at the front window in front of the court, okay?
The end of the hall.
End of the hall is the clerk's office where you would get paperwork for filing your motion.
Yeah.
But go down to the basement and give the front desk your employment information. All right, thank you. Okay, so we are back now with Mr. Court. You want to come on up?
Yeah.
All right, Ms. Underwood, we are on the record with Mr. Court. Have you had an opportunity to speak with him?
I have, Your Honor. First of all, Mr. Court has new employment at McDonald's, Your Honor. He has the information. I have instructed him to go downstairs when he finishes here and give that to the front of the court so they can start the income withholding process. He made a $200 payment online yesterday, Your Honor. So I would ask for maybe a month's adjournment in this so we can get those things set up.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Court, thank you for making the payment. I need you to take your employment information down in front of the court, drop it off in the front window. How long you been working there?
I start tomorrow, actually.
Oh, you start tomorrow.
I
Okay.
had some issues with people.
So it takes a while to set up income withholding. So understand, you need to pay about $288 a month because you need to pay on your arrearage.
Yep.
So you don't get charged with a felony, right? You can't afford to lose a job. Got it?
Mhm.
So you're going to have to figure what that is out by 4, and every week when you get a paycheck, if they haven't taken it out, you need to make that weekly payment online.
It'll be bi-weekly, but yeah.
Okay, bi-weekly, whatever it is. So 288 a month, so figure that out, and be like 144 every bi-weekly.
Okay.
So make that payment online until it starts coming out of your check.
I can do that.
All right, I'm gonna set this over to January 6th at 8 AM to monitor payments, okay? All right, so drop off that information down in the basement today.
All right.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Wiley, you're next. All right, so we're back on the record in the matter of Wilma Wilson versus Paul Wiley, file number 22-50157 UE. Ms. Underwood, have you had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Wiley?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Your Honor, Mr. Wiley has, I believe, 5 or 6 children that he is currently supporting. Mr. Wiley has transportation issues, which have exacerbated his job search, Your Honor. I've explained to Mr. Wiley the importance of getting a job immediately. Mr. Wiley has $100. He is prepared to go down and pay today. And I would ask if perhaps we could set this over for the 5th. And Mr. Wiley will have news about employment at that point, Your Honor.
You have 100 today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you have it on cash?
Yeah.
All right, go make that payment in the basement and come back up. All right, so let's see, Miss Underwood, let's see, look at this one. Right, Jessica Curtis, you want to come on up? So, OC, I do not have paperwork on Jessica Curtis. Let's see, Wiley, Court, Stman, then I have do so again. Harding.
Your Honor, she's the other party on the Christopher Neese case.
Right, I don't have Christopher Neese.
I have
Either.
a note here from Jeff that was turned out to December 30th.
Okay, we did, all right, I didn't get that information. All right, so Miss Curtis, it's being adjourned out to December 30th, okay? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I know Mr. Neese was in your waiting room.
Oh, yeah, let me bring him in. That's right, let me let him know. Okay, hold on. All right, Mr. Neese, you're all set, ma'am, you can go. Christopher Neese.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. So Mr. Neese, this matter was adjourned to, when did we say we adjourned it to? Anybody?
That was adjourned to December 30th.
All right. So Mr. Neese, your matter has been adjourned to November 30th, okay?
Yes,
Or
ma'am.
December, I'm sorry, I misspoke, December 30th, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, Mr. Neese.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so let's go to Gerard Harding. Let me get him in. Crystal Cohen. I have a phone number, so let me check that one. All right. Ms. Henagan, you're here on Mr. Henagan, right?
Said that. I'm sorry, one moment, Your Honor.
Mr. Harding, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Thank you. So let me get your paperwork.
All right.
This is in the matter of Crystal Shraer versus Jared Harding. So let me look if I have a Crystal Shraer in my waiting room. I don't appear to be. She's not in the courtroom. All right. So Mr. Harding, you are represented by Rhonda Underwood. And this is file number 13-38830 DP. Let's see. We were previously here October 28th, and he was ordered to pay 150 that day and 150 by that Friday. He did not make the double payment for 300. He only made a $100 payment in October and a $100 payment in November, which does not even meet the monthly obligation.
Hey,
we're requesting a payment today, Ms. Underwood, of at least $300 and $300 a month moving forward. So Ms. Underwood, you need a breakout room with
I
Mr.
do,
Harding.
Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, sir, you want to come on up? So hold on, Mr. Harding, I'm gonna open up the
Okay.
breakout room in just a minute. All right, Ms. Underwood, back to Mr. Wiley. Mr. Wiley made a $100 payment. So, Mr. Wiley, what I will tell you is that my husband has 5 stepchildren. And he did not miss a child support payment for 30 years because our youngest is 18, our oldest is 34. So he did whatever he had to do. He worked crap jobs, he got in the union, figure it out. I don't care if you gotta wash dishes and work part-time.
I'm working on it, Your Honor.
Okay, but you've been working on it since March. So you need to work on it a little bit harder. I'm gonna set this out to January 6th, and I wanna see that you have employment of some type. I mean, you gotta pay this down or it'll end up being a felony. So you're gonna have to pay at least $50 extra a month. And so that would take you to about $194 a month. But, you know, you gotta figure this out. You don't wanna end up in jail.
Right, yeah, because these are my kids, they're not my step kids. She's my.
No, I'm telling you, my husband
Okay.
paid child support. I didn't pay child support on my stepkids.
All right,
He did,
yeah.
but he went without.
Yeah,
went out.
I go with that.
Okay.
I'm doing my best to get it.
But
get caught up.
This isn't set that high. This is a very low child support
understand,
amount.
yeah.
And the more kids you have, the more money it costs. So it is what it is.
It helps if
So I'm
they're
gonna
pay
set-
child support.
Well, I'm gonna set this out to January 6th. And if you're not getting child support on your other kids, that's something you gotta figure out.
So we can't find her. They've opened the case twice here and then they've closed it because they can't find her, so.
All right. So Jane, and did they calculate those kids into your child support order?
My kids, not my 2 step kids. I
Okay.
have 4 of my own and 2 step children.
Okay. All right. So we'll set this out to January 6th and I need you to make that $100 payment. You know, you're gonna need to pay at least 188 a month going forward.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
All right. Thank you. And we'll see you back January 6th. All right. Now, Mr. Harding, I am going to open up a breakout room with Miss Underwood.
Okay.
Maybe. Hold on. Let's see. I'm going to Rhonda Underwood, I'm going to move you to room 2. And then Mr. Harding, I'm going to assign you to that breakout room with Miss Underwood.
Got it.
Okay. All right. Why I don't have screens connected. I'm gonna mess something up by unplugging all this. Let's see. All right. I'm trying to look at everything on one little screen. I'm used to dual monitors, so it's kind of messed up. All right.
Your
Anybody
Honor,
left
I
in the courtroom?
apologize.
Yes.
I had a Hillsdale case going at the same time. But yes,
it's
I
okay.
was here on Mr. Henagan, and unfortunately, he's failed to appear for Judge Olsaver this morning.
Hold on, Miss
And-
Underwood. I haven't called the case, so I can't, or Miss Henagan, I can't talk about it until I
Okay.
call the case. So give me just a minute. So hold on, let me call the case. Let me find them. Let's see. Right, in the matter of Stephanie Mills versus Dewan Henagan, file number 2007-31438 DS. This is the date and time set for show cause. I have Tamaris Henagan. Ms. Henagan is always very good about reaching out to her clients. Mr. Henagan failed to appear next door and has failed to appear today. He is not in my waiting room. He is not in my courtroom. So I'm going to issue a bench warrant for his arrest. And I'm going to set bond in the amount of 5,000 cash.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Ms. Henagan, obviously, if he contacts you, you can reach out to the court and we will get him in right away. All right.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. So anybody left in the courtroom? You are. Oh, okay. So, sir, you want to come up? And you are. Huh? There we go. I know, I was just looking at the paperwork, talking to myself. All right, this is in the matter of Pamela Parker versus Charles Miller. I don't have Pamela Parker in my waiting room. Is Pamela Parker in the courtroom? No. So this is the date time set for a show cause. This is your fourth contempt. All right, so Mr. Miller, this is an arrearages only case. You owe $10,329.55. The last time we were here, you were supposed to provide to us proof of your disability.
I just went and got a job. I started today.
Where do you start?
I already started at Miller Brother Construction in Bryan, Ohio.
Okay, so Miller Brother, are you paycheck or?
Yeah, we paycheck every week.
Okay, and it's in Bryan, Ohio?
Yeah.
Do you have a card or anything?
No.
Do you have a phone number?
Do you have my phone in the car?
No. Okay, so we need information from them.
I have to go get my phone.
All right, so what I'm gonna ask, I'm gonna adjourn this out to January 13, all right? I'm glad you were able to obtain employment. And then I need you to go get your phone and I need you to go down to the front desk at front of the court and give them your employer information. Yes?
Yeah.
And I need you to make $100 payment a month.
All right.
That's all I need. All right?
Yep.
And until they start taking out of your check, you need to either bring it here or pay online, okay?
All right.
Any questions?
No, most of that child support, I think there's only like $1,000 that's owed to Pam. The rest of it's childbearing birth.
It's what?
Childbearing birth for having a child.
Well, no, childbearing is not $10,000. It's only a couple thousand.
7,000.
It shouldn't be, but you can go talk to your caseworker about it, but nothing's free.
Yeah.
So the state of Michigan does charge for that. Mr. Anderson, what is the amount owed to the state and what is owed to the state for?
Just give me 1 second here. I had to relog into my system. So I'm showing that he owes, the majority of it is actually for child support. About $7,000 is due to child support. And then there's
So
just
to owed to mother, 7,000 to mother.
yep. And then a couple thousand is due to the state for medical. And then there's some processing fees.
So when you say medical, it's not for birthing expenses, it's for receiving health insurance to the state of Michigan.
Nope, it's a birth expense.
And that's what, about 2,500?
Yes. Well, 2,000 actually.
All right. So, sir, yep. So 2,000 is for confinement expenses, but the other 7,000 is owed to her.
All right.
Okay. So all I'm asking is $100 a month. So take your employment information down. Do you have a payment you can make today?
Yeah, like maybe $25.
Go ahead and make that payment then. All right, and we'll see you back. I believe I said January 13th, so we'll see you back on January 13th. All right. Thank you, Mr. Miller. Don't lose this job. All right. Why don't you come on up? What's your name again? Okay. Oh, no, your actual case. I'm still on the front of the court stuff. Never mind. Can you go have a seat? I'm sorry. I still have to finish my front of the court. All right. I got Ebony Robinson, Miss Underwood. Do you want me to bring your client back from the breakout room?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
All right. Let me move them back to the main session. Might take a second. All right. All right. Mr. Harding, good morning. So we're back on the record in the matter of Crystal Shraer versus Jarrett Harding. So Mr. Harding, file number 13-38830 DP. So, Ms. Underwood, you had a chance to speak with Mr. Harding.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Harding is making a $300 payment today, Your Honor. He will be
It's
able
actually
to
been made
do
already.
that.
Oh, you already made it online?
Yeah, no, my wife just dropped it off at the office.
I did
Oh.
receive confirmation from our front window that $300 was paid on his case this morning.
Okay. So,
And
Mr. Harding.
Your Honor, I did make that payment for the other $150 payment. Or $100 payment there.
Okay. So, Mr. Harding, going forward, you're supposed to pay $300 a month. Get this knocked down because you don't want a felony. That's
Yeah, I'm
why I set
trying.
it at that amount.
Mhm.
Because they will lock you up until 20% is paid, and you don't want to do that. So moving forward, make that $300 a month payment, and then we will see you back. Becky, do you have a February date I can use? Like February 10?
February 10th is good.
All right, so Mr. Harding, I'm gonna set this out to February 10 at 8 o'clock. And if you make the January payment and a February payment before that, contact your caseworker, Mr. Vasquez. If you made the payments, he'll adjourn it out so you don't have to show up, all right?
Okay,
All right, thank you, Mr. Harding.
thank you.
All right, so, I have somebody on a Samsung device. What's your name, please?
Joshua Moore,
Spell your last name.
Moore.
Okay, Josh. Say it again. What's your full name?
Joshua Moore.
Joshua Moore. All right. I'm going to change your, hold on, everybody. Stop talking over me. I'm going to change your name, sir. I'm not ready for your case yet. So I am going to change your screen name and I will put you in the waiting room and I will be back with you in a minute. All right. Thank you.
All right.
All right. So Ebony Robinson, go ahead and unmute your device. Thank you. So in the matter of, let me find it. Ebony Robinson versus Dartega Lee Journey Tipton, file number 18-45726. This is date time set for show cause. Mr. Tipton made 3 payments totaling $54.04 on October 8th of 24. He has a monthly charge of $43 a month and arrearage of $6,278.86. He has failed to appear today. So I am, Miss Robinson, unless you have any reason I shouldn't, I'm going to issue a bench warrant for his arrest. Do you have any information? Is he incarcerated or anything like that?
No, he's not incarcerated. He's just refusing to help pay child support.
All right, so I'm going to issue a bench warrant for his arrest and I'm going to set his bond in the amount of $3,000 cash. All right, so Miss Rob.
I'm sorry, I have one question. So will he have, because the whole point of this show cause, like reason why I asked for this is for him to have to pay a large amount into the rearages because now that he has the lower amount, like he's barely even paying that. Like I want
ma'am, what I do is I set usually an amount of $50 extra per month towards the arrearage. So if he were here, I would have ordered him to pay based on his income, but he's not here. So I've issued a bench warrant and so his bond is $3,000. All right, Ms. Robinson, if he shows up, that's not, you can petition in front of the court to do something about that, but he's not here today. So I've issued the bond. Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Ms. Robinson.
Bye-bye.
All right, Ms. Underwood, the answer to your question is no. Let me find it.
Okay.
Ms. Nash, Tanya Nash is not in the courtroom. All right, I have Joshua Moore. In the matter of Dorinda Williams versus Timothy Williams, file number 1990-12245 DM, that was adjourned to January 13. All right. Let's see, Joshua Moore. I'm sorry, I let him in by mistake. Looking for people. I have somebody named Steven on an iPhone. What's your full name, please?
Stephen Clack.
All right. Let me change your name. I'm almost done, Miss Underwood. I promise. Right, in the matter of Amanda Clack versus Stephen Clack, file number 2013-39346 DM. Mr. Clack, that's been adjourned to January 6th. Thank you.
Thank you.
And in the matter of Virginia Hand versus Simon Rincon, file number 1990-12434 DP. Mr. Rincon was ordered to appear. He's failed to do so. It's arrearages only. His balance of $14,240. We had a payment of $1,300 back in 2021. So I'm going to issue a bench warrant for his arrest. And I am going to set bond in the amount of $5,000 cash. In the matter of Derek Dusso versus Jessica Dusso. I have 3 files on this case. I have file number 2006-30500, 14-40496, and 22-49336. All right, so all different mothers. So in file number 2006-30500, that is in the matter of Derek Dusso versus Jessica Santee. Mr. Dusso has failed to appear. I'm going to issue a bench warrant for his arrest. And I'm going to set bond in the amount of $5,000 cash. And file number 14-40496, that is Rachel Dusso versus Scott Dusso. He has an arrearage of $20,000, $130.58. Last payment was actually in October, November, and December 2nd. Have we gotten any, we're getting payments on that file, Miss Senkowitz?
We're getting minimal payments on the file, Your Honor, nothing close to what he owes every month, which is why we went ahead with the show cause today.
All right, so I'm going to issue a bench warrant for his failure to appear, and I'm going to set bond in the amount of $2,500 cash, just because he's making payments. And in the matter of 22-49336, Linda Willett versus Derek Dusso. Looks like we're making minimum payments. And I'm going to issue a bench warrant for his arrest for failure to appear. Set bond in the amount of $1,500. And do we not have an income withholding on the arrearages only case?
We do, but any income that comes in is going to his charging cases and not his his arrears
All
only
right.
case. And Your Honor, I'm sorry, I missed the bond for his 2006 case.
Looks like I set that at 5,000.
Okay.
Ms.
Thank you very
Senkowitz,
much.
he is
Yes.
working, and obviously I don't want him to lose a job. If he reaches out and wants to work out some payments or something, I'd be more than happy to entertain that.
Absolutely. I will reach out to him again today, Your Honor. I've been trying to reach out to him since he started the job to see what was going on.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. In the matter of Jennifer Lauer versus Kyle Lauer, let me bring him in.
Hello?
All right, Mr. Hi, can you state your name for the record, please?
Kyle Lohr.
All right, so in the matter of Jennifer Lohr versus Kyle Lohr, file number 13-38954DM. Mr. Lohr, this matter has been adjourned to January 13th. It looks like you've been complying with what we needed. Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Is Tanya Nash in the courtroom? No. All right. Last one, Miss Underwood and Becky, could you call the jail, Miss Adams, and see if they'll get the pickup?
Yes, Judge.
All right, Mr. Nash. Can you hear me, Mr. Nash? I'm gonna ask you to unmute.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, thank you. In the matter of Justin William Robert Nash versus Tanya Lynn Nash, file number 23-50391DM. I have Rhonda Underwood appearing on behalf of Miss Nash. Miss Nash did appear back on October 31. She was released from jail on a PR bond and was to make in-person payments until her new income withholding is paying to child support. And we adjourn to today. Mr. Anderson, have we received any payments?
No, we have not.
All right. So Miss Underwood, unless you give me a reason otherwise, I am going to issue a bench warrant for her arrest.
I have no information.
All right. So I'm going to issue a bench warrant for her arrest, and I'm going to set bond in the amount of $2,500 cash. All right, Miss Underwood, that concludes our front of the court show cause docket. And we have put a call into the jail for the pickup. So if you'd like to wait just a moment, we'll see if we can get him. All right, so then we go to
Miss Anderson?
Yes.
This is Mr. Nash,
Yes,
Tanya's
sir.
ex-husband. So I kind of
Yeah.
wanted to put a little bit of input in because I'm not sure if you remember our case very well. You had Tanya on a lot of restrictions as far as parenting time goes. When our divorce finalized, we lifted the restrictions because she started to show some stability here in town. She's now back on the streets in Detroit. She not only didn't make any payments, but she quit her employment here in town. So I would like to ask the courts to reinstate her restrictions and
So
make her
Mr.
provide.
Mr. Nash, I'm gonna stop you right there. And the reason I'm gonna stop you is because I'm only here on the front of the court show cause, okay?
Yeah,
And
we got her
she's not
amount.
here. Hold on, Mr. Nash, just listen to me. So if you want to do that, you have to file an ex parte motion. There is a form at the clerk's office you can fill out. Like if you're saying because of what's going on, you want to suspend her parenting time, you could file a motion for exclusive parenting time or for suspension of mom's parenting time. That form is at a clerk's office. Do you live in Lenawee County?
Yeah, yes, I do. I filed the form
Yeah,
before.
so
It's
if
just he
that's
keeps
something
showing
you
up for
want
the
to
kids.
do, stop talking over me. If that's something you want to do, come up to the courthouse. We're open 8 to 4:30. I think they're closed 12 to 1 for lunch. And fill out the paperwork, but I can't talk about it on the record because she's not here and I can't grant that today. All right, but you could do that by ex parte if you wanted.
Okay, and I just wanted to make you aware her child support actually almost 6,000, or just not 2,500.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nash. I'm sorry.
Yes, you're fine.
Miss Adams, Jeff Anderson just sent me a chat saying Robert Whitehead is on the arrest sheet.
I looked that name up and thought it was an Old Saver case.
That might be an Old Saver case. Mr. Anderson will double check. Okay, so we're waiting on the jail. Let me close my breakout rooms. Don't have the jail, but I do have Mr. Let's see. All right, so Ms. Borders, now I'm ready. All right, so is Jacqueline Ostrander here? No. All right. All right, Ms. Borders, Mr. Moore, go ahead and start your video, please. No. All right. Good morning. So this is in the matter of Joshua Moore or Jacqueline Pucket versus Joshua Moore, file number 2010-35263DS. This is the date and time set for plaintiff's objection to referee's recommended order. Is Jacqueline Pucket in the courtroom? So, Ms. Borders, this is the date and time set for her motion. She has failed to appear. I'll dismiss her objection.
Well, Your Honor, if I may, I don't know if I put this in the file, but my client sent me last week. It was very confusing. It appeared that the may have filed a duplicate type of a pleading and has a matter.
So Ms. Borders, you're popping in and out. So I'm not sure what's going on, but go ahead again, a little slower.
Yeah. So my client had sent me a pleading that is somewhat duplicate of this one. And it was a bit confusing for me, and I was in Spain, so I was unable to access the file.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I know, I'm sure that you are. But on January 16th, it appears that she set another hearing, and it just says incorrect filing information on the pleading, and that's in front of you as well. I don't know if she thinks that she doesn't need to come today because she set another.
What day is that, Ms. Borders?
January 16th at 10 a.m.
All right, so what I'll do, Ms. Borders, is I will adjourn this over to January 16th at 10 a.m. and we'll address it then. All right?
Oh, thank you. All
right.
Do an email to Josh. I'll text
you. All right.
I didn't catch any of that, but thank you.
Sorry, Your Honor. Have a good day.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Judge,
What, Ms. Adams?
we do not have that on our docket that day, that we have drug court and a jury trial. So I'll try and reach out to her.
I think it's friend of the court.
It might be a friend of the court referee hearing is what you're saying, Mr. Moore?
I believe so.
Oh. Miss Adams, get Miss Borders back. All right, Miss Madrid, can you hear me? Stay here, Mr. Moore. All right, this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Sierra and Madrid, file number 23-21203FH. So Miss Madrid, we are here on two things: a motion affidavit for failure to appear for a probation violation hearing on November 20th of 24. That's a contempt of court that carries a maximum penalty of up to 93 days in jail. We're also here on the violation of probation. So let me get back to the violation of probation. So the violation of probation, geez, oh geez, is dated, is this the August one? So, all right. So it looks like we were here, I released you. And then you failed to appear again. And this is stemming way back to an August 21 of 2024 request and summons for probation violation, which alleged that you had not reported to probation since completing your jail sentence and you have paid nothing towards your fines and costs. So Miss Madrid, you had originally pled to a use of methamphetamine, which carries a maximum penalty of up to 1 year in jail. So do you understand if you plead guilty or are found guilty, you could be facing up to 1 year in jail on this file? Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And Ms. Underwood, it looks like at least one of these probation violation hearings, you again talked me into releasing your client, and then she's failed to appear since again. So Ms. Underwood, would you like a breakout room with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so let's see. So Ms. Underwood, let's see. So give me 1 second. All right, so I'm gonna close these rooms. All right, so Miss Underwood and Miss Madrid, go ahead and join that breakout room. Okay, so. Okay. He emails me all those. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Your Honor, I'm sorry to bother you again. What did we determine on Mr. Whitehead?
Well,
That is a Judge Olsaver case, Ms. Singlets.
Okay, I will take the paperwork back over to Michelle then, and you ladies have a nice day, okay?
You too. Thank you, Miss
Thank
Singlets.
you.
Max Harvey. Do you want to come on up now, Miss? Is it Aislinn? Aislinn? All right, come on up. All right, is Joshua Keith Motter in the court?
Oh, I was just gonna say his name, Keith Andrew Motter.
Let's see. Let's break out rooms. All right, in the matter of Tanya Aislinn versus Keith Motter, file number 24-52194 PP. So he filed a motion to terminate the PPO.
Yes.
He's failed to appear, so I'm going to dismiss the motion. Thank you.
That was easy.
That's super easy.
Have a wonderful day.
Sorry for the delay. We have a lot of friendly court show causes right before Christmas, you know, show me the money. So,
Thank you very much.
thank you. Okay. That's easy. Mr. Harvey, Max Harvey, you want to unmute your device? So, Mr. Harvey, what are you here for? All right, Miss Underwood, let me close that breakout room. Miss Adams, do we have a recommendation for sentencing? It's a misdemeanor, so Mr. McCarron should have provided one.
Checking right now.
It would have been an old one from the last time we were here.
Yes, we do.
All right, can you bring me that? What's your name, sir? All right, so Ms. Underwood, I'm gonna send you a screenshot of the recommendation on the violation of probation because it's a misdemeanor. We get those. So I'm sending it to you now. And then I'm sorry that I did not think of that before. So if you need another breakout room, that's fine. I'm not opposed to that recommendation based on what's happened. Okay, so Miss Borders, Mr. Moore disconnected, but he was very kind. He hung on for a moment, but he's now disconnected. So
he called
back.
And
okay, so back in the matter of Jacqueline Ostrander versus Joshua Moore, Miss Borders, Miss Adams verified that that other hearing is a front of the court referee hearing.
Okay, so then.
So because she failed to appear, I'm dismissing it.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Thank you.
Have a good night or day.
You too. And Miss Adams, I'll just need an order on that one on more. Did you put one in there? No, I don't. Yes, maybe you did. I don't have an order on more. If I can just get the form dismissal. Okay, so Miss Underwood, do you want to talk to Miss Madrid again? Or do you want to proceed?
Well, I don't have, well, I can, Your Honor. Yeah, I can talk to her.
Proceed. Miss Madrid, because it's a misdemeanor, we don't have to adjourn sentencing out. And so whether you plead today or not, if you plead, we can sentence you today. And so I've sent the recommendation to your attorney. So I'm going to try to break out. I'm going to try to fix this. Video. What was wrong with my computer? It's just my monitor. Stupid. Here. No. Monitor. This is my monitor. Okay. Should have done it. I probably have to shut my computer off and restart it. I don't want to do that right now, so. Because I've been gone, it's been sitting. All right, I got a guy named Max Harvey in my Zoom room, and I need you to identify yourself. You got like I don't even know what that means. All right, since you're not talking, I'm gonna remove you. Okay. All right, so Mr. Varro, you want to come up to the podium, or actually Miss Cheshire? So Miss Cheshire, you're going to have a seat at that table, and Mr. Varro, you are going to have a seat at that table. All right. And Miss Underwood, I'm going to close this breakout room and bring your client back, and we'll take care of the matter real quick. So give me just one moment. Guys, and I'll be right with you. Okay, so we're back on the record with Miss Madrid. So Miss Underwood, how do you wish to proceed today with Mr. Madrid? Does she wish to plead to the violation of probation, or does she wish to have a trial on it?
Oh, no, Your Honor. We would ask that this matter be set for Wednesday. Miss Madrid, when she was supposed to be in court last time, was in court downstairs at the same time. I would like to talk to Mr. Madrid. The recommendations for 365 days in jail and lose her 7411. So I think before we plead to that, I understand she paid some on her fines and costs last week. So I'd at least like to talk to her about that.
Okay, so Miss, you're talking this Wednesday or next Wednesday? Because I'm going to guess they're pretty packed, but this week or next week, Miss Underwood?
Well, as soon as the court could do it.
So Miss Adams, if I don't know what our Wednesday or this week or next week looks like, or what day would be best.
Both Wednesdays are equally pretty packed.
Thursday or Friday, anytime in the morning or afternoon for 15 minutes.
We could do a 9 a.m. on Thursday the 12th.
December 12th at 9 a.m.
That's fine. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Madrid, we will see you back on December 12 at 9 a.m., all right?
All right.
All right,
And Judge,
thank
is that a
you.
pre-trial or?
It would be a rearrangement.
Okay.
All right, thank you. All right. Ms. Madrid.
Okay. Yeah.
So Ms. Underwood, I think that does conclude both our front of the court docket and pickups.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm off down the hall.
All right.